Hello everyone, this is Douglas E. Welch. Welcome back for show 2 of TechnologyIQ What's New. This is the show where I highlight some of my favorite shared items, those interesting things I found in my travels through the internet. I hope you enjoy them. If you have interesting items that you think I should know about, please send them along. You can send them to TechIQ@welchwright.com. Now for today's listing, you'll see for the past month of May, you can check out links to all these items in the blog post entitled My Favorite Shared Technology Items for May 2012. Our first item today is something really fascinating. This is the World Wonders project from Google and Google Maps and Google Street View. And what this project allows you to do is wander around, up close and personal, some of the most famous historic sites in the world. You'll see a few of these being listed here in the pictures in the upper window. If you see something that you like, you can simply click on it, or you can actually click on the map down here and select individual items from a particular area of the world that you're interested in. I saw one go by here just a little bit ago that really grabbed me, and here it is. This is the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew. This is just outside of London in the UK, and you can see, you can, just as with any typical street view, you can drag your mouse around, you can walk in any given direction. The thing that's interesting about this as opposed to street view is you are actually inside these historic areas. You're not simply walking the city streets. They've actually driven down the paths in the garden, if you will, so that you can look around and get up close and personal with some of these famous historic sites. I've been to the UK twice, and I've often wanted to visit Kew, and I know if I ever get a chance to go back, I'm going to, but it's great for now to be able to poke around in the street view here and kind of get a feeling for the distances, what's where in the garden, and a lot of other interesting items. Next up is a fairly geeky site called ManualsLib. Now, I've often searched the internet for manuals for various pieces of technology in my home. It's often a hit or miss situation. Typically, I have been able to find manuals for my remote controls that I've lost and stuff like that. But ManualsLib is basically a collection, it says, of 470,000 plus PDF files, and it becomes bigger every day, according to their listing here, of all sorts of manuals. Now, as we often know, manuals oftentimes go astray, and so it's a great idea to be able to come in and say, oh, let me see, I need a manual for a WR54GL Linksys router. Oh, okay, well, there's a couple here. Let's click on that link. Oh, look, here we go. What page do you want to see? What information do you want to know about? This can be a great resource for a variety of technology in your home, in your office. I hope you check it out. I hope the manuals you're looking for are in there. It certainly is a great resource. Next in our trip in What's New in Technology is this Lifehacker post. And actually, this is a series that Lifehacker.com does called App Deals of the Day. I subscribe to Lifehacker in my RSS feed for this post and many of their other posts as well. But what this does is this gives you 4 to 5 apps for your iPhone that have become free in the last week, so that you can go and scoop them up for free, try them out, see if you like them. People often ask me how I get all the apps that I have and how much money I've spent. Well, in reality, I'm fairly cheap, and often if it's an app I'm on the fence about, I'll wait for it to pop up as a free test before I actually reach out and buy it. They also do some other apps which are simply reduced in price, but this is a great resource every week for, again, for iOS and Android phones, even some Windows Phone stuff here, that gives you an ability to check out these free apps, try them out on your phone, hopefully grab some great deals while you're at it. Again, that's App Deals of the Day. It's a regular series on lifehacker.com. Now here's something we don't hear about very often, the fact that cable companies giving something away for free. Cable Wi-Fi is a consortium of cable companies that are getting together to offer free Wi-Fi throughout various areas of the United States. Well, it so happens that I am a cable internet subscriber, although I will tell you I did recently turn off my cable television account. But here I can come to Time Warner Cable, which is my provider. I can click on it, gives me a nice little map, and I can say, okay, well, let's say here's my area, my zip code. I can put that in, and here are some of the locations, the free Wi-Fi locations around me. Now, I did notice that the coverage here in the San Fernando Valley is a little bit sparse. We can also turn on the indoor Wi-Fi hotspot listings here, but you see that in a variety of areas, these are the outdoor listings, the simple circles, and the indoor areas that are providing Wi-Fi. You can click on each one. It tells you for the indoor ones what business it is that's providing the Wi-Fi service. You can, as with all typical Google Maps, zoom in and out, and see what coverage is like in the area you're going. As we can see here in the Los Angeles area, the basin is covered quite a bit. So if you're out and about with your iPad or other non-cellular connected device, this could be a great resource for you so that you know, hey, I just need to grab my mail while I'm out. What's around in my area where I can get some free Wi-Fi? There's also an app for your iPhone, and I believe also for Android, that gives you the same sort of mapping and Wi-Fi location resources on your phone or on your iPad. Now, one of the things I highlight quite frequently in TechnologyIQ are recent updates to all sorts of computer software, smartphone software, your iPad software, your Apple TV, whatever. This article simply popped up the other day about a new update for the iPad, iPod Touch, and iPhone. But we've also seen recently updates for Apple TV, for the Macintosh OS itself, for Windows. And this just brings up a great idea that you want to be monitoring these updates that are coming out. Your computer should be set up to download these updates automatically, and you should be able to watching a few blogs, subscribe to a few blogs, where you get kind of gentle notices that, hey, by the way, this update is coming, or this update is here. It helps to keep your computer working the best that it can. It helps to protect it against viruses and other damaging malware. So again, just a great idea of something to keep in touch with in your travels through the internet. Now, I'm sure you've heard about QR codes. These are little square codes you're seeing on a lot of different products, a lot of different locations around town. Now, frankly, I think QR codes are a little bit of a stopgap measure. I think we're going to see better technology come down the road. But if you want to fiddle around with QR codes and how they might work for you or your business, here is a collection of 15 different free QR code generators. These are websites that will automatically take whatever you want to link to, an address, a website, a phone number, a Facebook page, whatever, create the QR code for you and allow you to download it and put it anywhere you wish, so that anyone with a smartphone like myself can come along, simply read the code, and be taken directly to the information you want to share. I do like QR codes better than the typical barcode because they can carry actual information like the URL for a website, a complete phone number, a Twitter account, whatever, and so they do offer a little more value than a typical barcode, which has to be looked up in a database somewhere. That said, most people, in order to use your QR codes, are going to have some sort of internet connection, so probably putting them down in a subway where there's no Wi-Fi or no cell coverage isn't going to do you a lot of good. So think about where you might use these codes and how you might use them to build your business. And finally today is a neat little site that ties in with the Instagram photo sharing system. Instagram, in case you don't know, is an app for Android and iPhone that allows you to take pictures with your phone, but then apply filters and effects to them to give them somewhat of an artistic look. You're seeing here, this is a few of my Instagram pictures I've taken over the last several weeks. The nice thing that this site does, this is called Instagrid, instagrid.me, is it presents a nice grid of your Instagram pictures or any Instagram user's pictures so that you can perhaps go back and find an interesting picture they may have posted in the past and just sort of browse through their collection of Instagram pictures. This is something you can't do using the Instagram website. They're focused very much on their app. And so while you can browse through on the application, there's really no easy way to do it in your web browser. If you'd like to check me out, you can find me at instagrid.me/Douglas Welch, and you'll see the URL up there at the top of the screen. I hope you enjoy the photos. If you add another Instagram username after the instagrid.me/, you'll look at their pictures in much the same way. Well, thanks for watching today. This has been Technology IQ, What's New, show number 2. You'll find links to everything I've talked about today and more in the blog post on the Technology IQ website at techiq.weltrite.com. Until next time, control your technology, don't let it control you.